Today I'm going to be showing you how to make awesome thumbnails. Even if you're new or an old animal company YouTuber, this will be a very simple tutorial to follow, and you don't even have to use Blender. Make sure to like and subscribe because this took me a while to make, and let's get into it. So there will be two different ways that I'll show you in this video. One with Blender, which makes your thumbnails look like this one right here or this one kind of, and there's some without Blender, which the thumbnails won't be as good, but they'll still be pretty good. So to start off the thumbnail, you want to go to open a new tab in whatever browser you have and search up Photopea. There's no sign up required, and it's a totally free Photoshop app that I love using. Once you're in there, you want to click new project and go down to YouTube thumbnail. Double click that and it should create a new one. So let me full screen this and show you. So it may look kind of like intimidating at first, but you will be using like 1/4 of all these buttons to make this thumbnail. Okay, so your next step in making an animal company thumbnail is to actually put the background in. And to do that, you can either like take your own photo that you took in the game, or you can just go to my Discord server, which is in my YouTube channel description. Once you're in my server, all you got to do is find yourself to the asset area, which is right here. Then you want to go up to it and click animal company backgrounds. Once you're here, you can have all these free things, and right in this area is the environments, which you can kind of zoom in and look at all your options that you can choose. Let's say our thumbnail that we're making is about the new shipwreck in the dam. So we would find one that was at that area, tap it, and usually when you tap this, it will download it in your little bar right here. And then, but you can also copy and paste it into here. I just like downloading it. Then you can take that download, drag it down onto here, drop it, and it should kind of snap in. It might take a second. And in this here area, sometimes it goes under the background, so you just gotta pick that up and move it up. Then there's a little bit of like edge right here, so you sometimes you might want to like do that. Okay, your next step to do is to get your character. So there's two ways you can do this. You can use their free characters. Okay, you can use these free characters that they have over here. Like if you wanted this guy doing like a little dab thing, you can just download that, place it in here, and like adjust it all you want. You can shrink it down by touching these little squares and then turn it around by getting a little bit out of the blue line and doing that. If you want to do your own pose, you can do this Blender part. But if you don't have Blender, don't worry, you can just do that. Just skip this part. So to do the Blender part, you also have to go to the Discord server. And this is like a custom thing I made just for your things. I didn't make the models, but I made the layout. So you want to go down here and tap on the Dropbox link. So it should take you to this little website where you can download this thing. It says this file is unsupported here, but that doesn't really matter. Once you click download, it might take a second, but it'll put in the downloads. And you have to have Blender to open this thing up. Once it downloads, you double click it and it'll bring you here, which I'll show you how to like do these. And remember, if you don't have Blender, that's fine. You can just skip to this next part. Okay, so you can kind of like, if you have like a different like skin, like maybe if you have the turtle with the skeleton arm, you can figure that out. It's kind of hard, but for this one, I'll just show you how to do simple poses. So first you want to go up to this little area right here. I'm going to extend it a little bit, and you want to go find like cat armature, frog armature. So let's say you have the polar bear. You tap on that, and then it should have these little arrows. This blue arrow goes up. This green arrow will go back, and this red arrow will go all the way over here. Then you want to drag it up. This right thing here that has that little triangle is the camera. And to look at what the camera sees, you tap this toggle the camera view right here. You tap on that, and you can kind of see. And then from there, you can kind of adjust it a little bit. I would do it so it's center, because it doesn't really matter where it's on here, because you're going to remove the background anyway. Then what you do next is you want to take your mouse and move it all the way up to this thing that says object mode. Then you want to go down, press pose mode, which only makes it so you can change his pose. So you see these things, these are basically his bones. So if you want him doing like a little wave pose, you can kind of turn this up. His eyes are so big. You can maybe do this. So you can kind of pose it however you want. Then once you got your pose in store, and also if you want to make their mouth wide open before you do anything, or after you got his pose ready, you tap this, you press object mode, and then what you want to do is tap his face, like so it just selects his face, and press the tab button. And it'll make his mouth wide open. It'll have these blue dots, but I don't really know like how to remove those things. It's just edit mode. And then all you gotta do, I'm just gonna keep his face normal, but all you gotta do to export it is press, you wanna go up to here at the top, you wanna press render image, and that'll basically kind of take a photo. And then once you got it, you wanna take a screenshot. I just think screenshots is easiest. You can learn how to do it the other way. You wanna take a screenshot, go back to Photopea, and drag your screenshot in, and you'll see you'll have this weird background, which you can easily remove. You want to make sure if you want to remove the background, you have to tap this thing up here and then double click on it and then press remove BG. You will have to watch an ad because it's just the way it is. Okay, now that the background's removed, you can like zoom it out and kind of like place him in the corner. Sometimes I like placing him in the corner. So this is how you like do whatever pose you want to. But one of the classic ones, which I'm going to show you right now, if you want like their face like just like this one where he's screaming, this is how you do it. It's really easy. You want to bring it up close to the camera, okay? Then, this is something that you probably haven't seen. To turn around an object, you go over right under this move button. You do rotate. You want to like kind of, I'm going to move it into this thing so I can kind of see. But you want to kind of rotate it like, so it's kind of looking to the side. And then you want to move it a bit closer. It doesn't have to be too close because you can always like cut it out. Right here would be good. Then you want to go back into pose mode. I'm going to put his arms down. Also, to change the color of it, because I didn't say this, all you got to do to change the color is go to object mode. Tap on each part of this thing. Go to shading. And you go find this thing right here, the RGB, and just kind of change it to whatever you want. You have to do it for every individual part, which is kind of hard. That's why I just kind of keep it normal colors. But again, I'm not here to really teach you all the things of Blender. Once we get back in object mode, you can tap on his face and, oh yeah, make sure he's screaming. Render image, then screenshot. Do this, ka-chow, then put it in here, and do the background removal process over again. Congrats, you just finished the hardest part of this whole thing. This next part's going to be the easiest. And if you want your object flipped so it's not looking on that side, you can just go to Edit, Transform, Flip horizontally, and boom, now you got it facing this way. Okay, now you got your guy in here. This part's probably the easiest is going into text. There's two different texts that I love to use, and you go to find, you search up luckiest guy. This one gives like a kind of a cartoonish looking vibe thing. And then once you got that, you just tap on the screen and spell whatever you want out. Then you want to zoom it out so it like fits however you want. You want to make sure that the people can see it. And then to make this like little outline around it so you know it's more bold, you can go into this little area over here, the layers, double tap, blending options, and this is where I'll show you how to like make it glow and stuff. But to make the little stroke around it, you want to tap stroke, and you'll see it does a tiny. Then you can go to size and kind of like boost it out a little bit. So you don't really want it that big, but I feel like right here is pretty good. And if you want to change the color, instead of it being black, you can go in here and like change it to red. Okay, and if you want it to glow like most of mine, I have most of my things glow so it pops more, is you go down here, press outer glow, and you have to find the perfect one, but you go to spread, size. I would boost both of those up, and then you can kind of turn spread down all the way, and then kind of adjust size to whatever you want. So I like it like that, and then you go up to here, change the color. I'm going to do a nice white color so it's, you know, pops out. Something else that I like to catch the viewer's attention is maybe like getting one of the new objects. You can go find one of the new items, then you take that, you drag it in here, and to make it look pixelated so people don't really know what it is, so they have to click on the video to see. So I get my object, I go to filter, pixelate, mosaic, and it kind of lets me right here, cell size, so you can make it like super big, like really small pixelated. I think this is good. And then that's it. You have made a really good looking thumbnail on whatever you want. And to get it exported and downloaded, you go to File, you go to Export As. I would do PNG, but you can really do whatever you want. I like PNG because it's just more simple. Then you can name your project whatever you want, and then you press save right here. And it should save, and then once you're uploading your YouTube video, you can just like put it in. Or you can just take a screenshot of it if you're on mobile. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to subscribe because I'm trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of this year. This took me a while to get it. Goodbye.